The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello my dear children, welcome back to social science class. Hope you all are safe and happy. So in the last class you learned atmosphere, the gases present in the atmosphere and how atmosphere acts as a greenhouse. Today let's discuss what is global warming and how does it takes place. So children, industrialization and urbanization leads to rapid change in the atmosphere. It is estimated that about 6,000 metric ton carbon dioxide is getting added to the atmosphere every year in this manner. Children, studies reveals that there was a rise of 0.4 degrees Celsius in the average atmospheric temperature due to the uncontrolled increase of greenhouse gases in the 20th century. Okay children, now let's learn how global warming becomes a threat to the life forms of the earth. First one, sea level may rise as a result of melting of polar ice. Second one, destruction in the coastal ecosystem may lead to the problems such as food crisis, large scale migration, etc. And the third one, global warming will lead to the depletion of many species of plants and animals in the ecosystem. Last one, the increase in temperature brings unpredictable changes in the climate. Global warming ഇങ്ങനെ ഇൻക്രീസ് ആയിട്ട് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ആഗോളതാപനം വർദ്ധിച്ചു വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എക്കോസിസ്റ്റത്തിലെ പ്ലാന്റ്സും എല്ലാം തന്നെ, പ്ലാന്റ്സും അനിമൽസ് എല്ലാം ഇല്ലാണ്ടാവാനുള്ള സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ അൺപ്രഡിക്റ്റബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ക്ലൈമറ്റ് ചേഞ്ചസ് ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നെ നമുക്കറിയാം അല്ലേ, മഴക്കാലത്ത് നമുക്ക് മഴ ലഭിക്കാറില്ല, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള സംഭവങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ക്ലൈമറ്റ് ചേഞ്ചസ് മാറി വരാനുള്ള സാധ്യതയും ഗ്ലോബൽ വാർമിങ്ങിൻ്റെ ഒരു ആഫ്റ്റർ എഫക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റും. ക്ലിയർ? സോ ചിൽഡ്രൻ, ക്യാൻ യു സജസ്റ്റ് എ ഫ്യൂ മെത്തേഡ്സ് ടു കൺട്രോൾ ഗ്ലോബൽ വാർമിംഗ്? നിങ്ങൾ ചെറിയ ക്ലാസ്സുകളിലൊക്കെ പഠിച്ചതാണ് അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ, യെസ്, പ്ലാന്റിംഗ് ഓഫ് ട്രീസ് ആൻഡ് ഫോറസ്റ്റ് പ്രിസർവേഷൻ. ദെൻ യെസ്, control the use of fuels such as petroleum and coal products, and reduce the use of private vehicles. Next, encourage the use of public vehicles, use vehicles like cycles, and the last one, control industrial pollution. Clear? Okay children, so now shall we discuss what is ozone layer and what is the relevance of ozone layer? Let's see. Children, as the ozone gas is concentrated in the upper layer, it is called the ozone layer. It protects the life forms of the earth by absorbing the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. So children, now let's see what is ozonization.
At an altitude of about 20 to 50 km in the atmosphere, the ultraviolet rays from the sun splits up ordinary oxygen molecules to single atom oxygen molecules. These single atom oxygen molecules react with ordinary oxygen molecules to form triatomic ozone gas. This process is called as ozonization. Now let's see what are the negative impacts of ultraviolet rays. Climate change, destruction in food chain, crop failure, stunted growth of plants, premature aging, blindness, and skin cancer.
Okay children, now let's discuss what is ozone depletion and how does it take place. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഓസോൺ ഡിപ്ലഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നതെന്ന് നോക്കാം. Refrigerators, air conditioners, some kind of sprays, fire extinguishers and paints etc. are the source of gases such as chlorofluorocarbons, halon etc. Such gases could remain in the atmosphere unaltered for a long time. These gases rising in the upper atmosphere react with the ultraviolet rays from the sun to form chlorine and bromine. Atoms of chlorine and bromine formed in this way react with the ozone molecules. This depletion that happens in the ozone layer is called ozone depletion or ozone hole. Clear? To create awareness on the needs of ozone and to control the use of products that leading ozone depletion, 16th September of every year is observed as World Ozone Day. So children, now let's discuss the structure of atmosphere. There are 4 layers in the atmosphere. They are stratosphere, troposphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. Now let's discuss about these layers in detail.
The layer of the air around the earth is called atmosphere. The atmosphere is made up of different layers. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. Let's learn about each of them. The first layer of the atmosphere is the troposphere. It closes to the Earth's surface and extends up to a height of between 7 to 20 kilometers from the ground. Almost all the weather and climatic phenomena such as cloud formation, rain, snow, wind, thunder and lightning etc. take place in this layer. In the troposphere, the temperature decreases at a uniform rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meters of altitude. This is called normal lapse rate. The second layer of the atmosphere is called the stratosphere. It extends up to a height of between 15 to 50 kilometers from the earth and lies above the tropopause. In the lower parts of the stratosphere, there is no change in temperature with altitude. This zone is called isothermal zone. Ozone layer, which forms part of this layer, absorb the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun and prevents it from reaching the earth. It allows the free movement of jet aircraft through clear atmospheric conditions and absence of air gutters. Just above the stratosphere is mesosphere. This layer extends from about 50 to 80 kilometer altitude from the earth. Temperature decreases with altitude and the lowest temperature of the atmosphere is felt at the mesopause. The meteors on reaching the mesosphere gets burned out due to friction. The layer extends from about 80 to 400 kilometer altitude. The thermosphere is the fourth layer. It is also called the ionosphere. The thermosphere receives large amount of energy from the sun. This layer of the atmosphere reflects radio waves. So we send satellites into the thermosphere and use the properties of this layer for long distance communication.
So children, that's all for today. We will meet in the next class with a new topic. Bye.